Well, this is just one example of an app that was generated via Google AI Studio. And basically, this app allows the user to select a place via Google Maps, and then later it is going to be utilizing the Gemini Nano-Banana model to turn that picture into a sort of watercolor painting. And of course, the user can download the picture. So this is just one among many examples or apps that you can generate for free via Google AI Studio. So this is actually an amazing vibe coding tool that was provided by Google. It's quite easy to use. It is not complicated, and yet if you want to build something for your business or use cases, then it is more than ready. So in this video, I'm going to show you on how you can actually create any app or perhaps even a video game using Google AI Studio, and then later I'll show you how you can deploy or at least share the app to the web so anyone can utilize or use the app that you just created. So what you need to do now is to navigate aistudio.google.com. This is the URL, and after that you might want to log in to your Google account. And to utilize the vibe coding tool from AI Studio, navigate to the menu called Build. So right here, you will see that there are some other menus on the left side of the screen. If you go to Gallery, you will see some examples or some apps that were created via Google AI Studio, and there are many of them, and they're actually quite smart. A lot of them are utilizing the AI models from Google to do something that wasn't possible before. So it's pretty cool, and I highly recommend to check these examples for inspiration, and perhaps you can implement some of these features into your next app. But anyway, let's just go back to the start menu, and then here at the bottom there are a few features that you can include into your prompting. Now, I like to call these to be ingredients. You can actually select them. Let's say you want to create an app that is able to create a picture, then you might want to enable Gemini Nano-Banana model into the app. But this is actually not really mandatory, because even if you're not including that into your ingredient, not including this ingredient into the prompt, if the prompt is specific enough that you want to use the Nano-Banana model, then this will be included automatically. So these are just some suggestions or examples that you might want to utilize on your input. Now here on the model, right now the best model for coding in AI Studio is Gemini 2.5 Pro. You can also select the system instructions, and also you can select the system instruction template, whether it is Angular or React. And also, given that this is a tool for vibe coding, you can easily select the microphone device on your computer. So this is basically allowing you to talk to AI. In case you don't want to type, then you can just talk and AI will transcribe your voice into text or instruction. So that's pretty cool, but I'm not going to be touching any of these settings. I'll just use the default settings. Now for this example, I will try to create a simple language learning app. Basically, it allows the user to select a language and then type a word, and AI, especially the voice generation or speech generation feature in AI Studio, will turn that text into speech. So it's very useful for pronouncing words correctly. Now, you don't have to write a complicated prompt at the beginning. I mean, you can, and it's still a good idea. But if you are doing this for the first time, then you can start with something simple, and then you can iterate the app until you feel like it's the correct state, or the app is in a good state, so you can deploy or publish the app. Anyway, I'm going to click Build, and now basically we have to wait. So on the left side of the screen, there is the chat interface. In case there is something that you want to change, then you can talk to AI right here. And on the right side is where you can see or preview the app. You can also play around with the app that you just created. And of course, there are many other buttons right here, like you can deploy the app, download the app, etc., which I'll talk later. But overall, I would say the interface is quite easy to understand. It is intuitive. It is not too complicated. And I think they are really living to the idea that vibe coding is for everyone. It is not only for developers. Anyone can start building their own app with just natural or plain English. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, this will take several minutes, and I'll just skip forward and show you the initial version of this app. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is the initial draft, and I think it is actually pretty good. Now, let's say I want to learn how to pronounce the word proactive. And for the language, of course, it is English. Click Speak, and hopefully there is no problem. Now, if there is a problem, Okay, just mention the word. So if there's a problem, there is going to be a sort of recommendation right here that you can click auto fix. There's going to be the auto fix button that you can click, and that will magically fix the problem. No, it's not magically, it's just telling AI, hey, there is a problem and you have to fix it. And it's actually pretty cool because it knows exactly what's wrong and it will address the problem immediately. So that's pretty amazing. And yeah, I would say this app is definitely working, and I don't want to add anything. I can add other features, like there is also some suggestions from AI, but let's say I'm quite happy with the current state of this app, and so far it is working. So the next thing that you can do is you can publish or you can deploy the app. Now, the simplest way to let other people to use the app is by just sharing the app. You can click this share button, and then you can copy this link. And by the way, you can enable this. So you can copy the URL and then you can share this, and anyone can use or open this link and they can explore the app that you just created via AI Studio. So that's the simplest way. It is, it's not complicated compared to deploying the app. Now, if you want to deploy the app, then it's not something that I do recommend unless if you know what you're doing, because it can be quite complicated. So right here, there is a deploy button. You can deploy the app to Google Cloud, but you need to set up your Google Cloud account, and you have to create a project, and then you have to verify the project. Sorry, you have to add billing, basically your credit card information, to Google Cloud, because this app again is going to be deployed to the internet, so anyone can use it. Anyone can use the technology or model from Google, and of course, this app or this website is hosted somewhere on a server, which means it is going to cost some money. So it's going to be associated to your Google Cloud account, and you have to pay for the bill. So this is basically if you are quite ready with the app and you feel like, hey, I want to make money from this app, or perhaps the app will serve something, then yeah, you can publish the app. But if you just want to create the app for fun or for some small or not many people using it, or perhaps for your small organization, then just publish the app without deploying the app. This is a bit more advanced version, but you can do it. So right here, if I click view app, then I'll see this app in a more dedicated interface, dedicated website. So this is the URL. It's temporary, of course. You can always use your own domain if you want to. And if you want to see or manage this app via Google Cloud, you can navigate to console.cloud.google.com. And after that, you can select your appropriate project and click here, then go to Cloud Run, and you'll see the app that you just deployed from Google AI Studio. So it was pronunciation helper right here. And yeah, of course, there are a lot of things that you can do. I'm not going to cover everything because it can be quite complicated. And that's why initially I mentioned that it's a lot better to just share the app normally. It is simple, and you can always disable the share feature if you want to at any time. So yeah, that's basically how you can utilize Google AI Studio to create your own app without coding and by just using simple plain English. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.